What's up, guys? So I'm here at 10th Planet Bethlehem with Tom Cellamare, and he's going to show us some cool combat jiu-jitsu stuff that he's about to employ to go win at the qualifiers coming up in LA.
Yes, on May 2nd at 10th Planet HQ. So one of the things I really wanted to go over is the passing stuff. So you want to sit down for me?
Yes, definitely.
So this has been one of my favorite passes that I learned while I was out in Europe, and I've started integrating this into combat jiu-jitsu specifically because I have a really good wrist pin. That's something that, I've learned off of watching guys like Khabib, and it works really, really well for me. So a lot of times when I'm passing, rather than pass the standard knee slice and going this way, I always like to start going this way. Specifically because most people always want everything going this way, right? So I like to start my knee slice going this way, but I usually don't stay here for very long. What I'm immediately going to do is pop up and drag him off toward the side he wants to go. Look at how I'm pinning him here, right? I've got my left leg over, I've got my left leg over the top of his leg. I have my left hand on the ground catching his hip. And then when I'm not talking, my right hand comes up and I grab his shoulder. So I pinned him at the leg, the hip, and the shoulder from here. Now, 90% of the time when people want to start getting up from here, they're always going to start trying to build up onto this elbow. And when they build up onto their right elbow, both hands come to the wrist and pull it in. And my right hand keeps and my left hand comes off. Here's where I'm just going to start pummeling. I'm just going to pummel you with these shots. Now, remember, when you're doing combat jiu-jitsu, we're talking palm strikes. Anything wide isn't as effective as straight. It's the opposite. So this is where we go. We go with the straight shots here, right? And when I'm hitting straight, where's his hand going? His hand is coming up, exactly. This is gonna give you the ability to start, ducking underneath. I could step over the top, I could start taking the back. This is where you get the options for a lot of these types of pieces. So remember, when you get in a spot like this, and I pin his wrist, he can't turn very well here. The biggest thing that he can do is defend his head. And this is what he's gonna wanna do because I'm coming in with these strikes hard, right? So when his hand is in front of his head, it gives you the ability to hop up over the top, grab his shoulder, and sit right for the back. Relatively easy. Now, this works a lot of times too if I'm in a spot like 3/4 mount. Turn off to the side.
Yeah.
Because I can be here, and if he's facing up at me, I'm just clobbering him, right? Look at this, his arm comes across, gift wrap. Sit him on back to the opposite side. This is the big piece when we're talking with strikes. If you're not confident in your strike, just hitting them can give you the reaction you need to enforce your jiu-jitsu on them, or impose your jiu-jitsu, rather than just striking them. And you don't want to be going like this. Straight shots, let them react, take them out from there. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm planning on doing on May 2nd.
It was sick, man. I gotta say, man, I felt super helpless once the arm was gone. I'm like, fuck,
It sucks. It sucks because I pinned your hips, and that technically is a shoulder control too.
Yeah.
When I'm holding on to that. You don't have the ability to move very much.
Yeah, man.
And I'm over the top of you, just hammering.
I want to give you my back, like practically.
That's what people are gonna do. They're gonna give you, that happens a lot, man. Like 20, probably like 30% of the time I do this, people just give you the back immediately because they just don't want to get hit in the head.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for showing.
It's a pleasure, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
I was out there. I was working at Best Buy still. I was a full-time manager at Best Buy.
Nice.
So when I was out in the UK, I'm training with dudes, that are in like the UFC, and I'm training with dudes that the best in jiu-jitsu, and I'm training with just crazy great guys.
Killers,
and then I came back and I had to go to like customer service bullshit Tom and be like, hi, how are you, sir?
Yeah.
And have to get like abused because a dude can't get his fucking toaster at a cheaper price.
For real.
So I realized real quick, I was like, this is not going to be my life at that point. And I'd already been in retail for like 8 years. I was done. So at that point, I kind of started planning my exit strategy, right?